Hello gamers, this following live stream is going to be about ArcheAge. Scapes and Firecate are both going to be talking about housing, crafting, the different classes, founder packs coming up, and then joining alpha and beta, contest, and vehicles, and all kinds of other cool things. So if you want to learn a little more about ArcheAge, go ahead and watch this stream. Enjoy.
Back in. Just make sure that everything on your bar turns colors.
Absolutely.
You'll be fine. That is your standard sorcerer. It is DPS, it is throwing fireballs, lightning bolts, bits of ice at people. There is a damage shield in that one that I quite like for most of my characters. So that one's pretty cool. Some of the other options that we have out there, occultism. It is a lot of effects from a distance, a little bit of passive boosts, increasing your chance of critical hit. Very nice support sort of class, especially if you are, if you're a caster. I'm looking at the list now because then I can remember what I've done.
No worries.
Songcrafting, it's your bard. It is a fairly nice bard. Range damage, crowd control, some buffs, some heals, some debuffs. Good multitasking bard.
Yep.
Witchcraft. I'm talking, so feel free to come in on any.
Oh no,
of
sure.
these.
Actually, the witchcraft is one of my favorites because it's all about crowd control, and that's obviously going to become very, very important whenever you get into any PvP, into any instances. Taking on a Kraken potentially, who knows? But as you can tell, there's a variety of purposes for each of the different skill sets.
Yep. Somebody asked quickly if does a passive count. I do believe it does actually count for. I've spent all of mine now as a skill point.
It does indeed. Yep. So actually, I'm going to replace the shadow play so we can show off also some of the synergies between these skills.
Oh yeah, sure.
So just a second if you'll.
So while you're doing that,
Yeah.
I'll go through some of the other skill sets there. The Oromancy, it's a really nice, solid support. A little bit of buffs, a little bit of debuffs, again, light healing, a little bit of crowd control. It has a slightly different feel from the Bard, so it totally depends on what you want to play. I'm looking to see what I've missed now. Archery. Hey, you're a ranger. You shoot things. You shoot better when you're far away. Really, that's a lot of archery. And vitalism is closer to your standard cleric. Your heals, your revives are all in vitalism. Heals over time.
Resurrection.
Resurrections. Yeah. Actually, I have vitalism built out on my character here. There's some instant heals that might come in handy later.
Let's see.
All right.
So I think I've actually managed to replace all the skills that we reset.
Okay, good.
So no worries there. Somebody actually asked just quickly, why are some of the items here colored black? Simply means that they're currently selected. Nothing more complicated than that.
Ranger does not equal bows. There are other things in the Rangers that are not just bows, yes.
Yes.
My favorite, though, is a Ranger with bows, so I admit to being partial.
Yep. Let's see, and you already touched on how with the archery especially you have to be further away from your target, otherwise you get the damage. Yep, you already mentioned it. Good.
Somebody asked for pet classes. Sort of. The occultism has some summons. My favorite is I summon a flock of crows to attack everyone around me, which is really kind of entertaining. And their highest level is summoning a wraith. And so that wraith will come in, hi neck rage. So that wraith will come in and it pretty much kills stuff around it, which is nice because then they're not killing me.
You're seeing the equivalent of a photobomb right now, folks. So. So we are basically also bringing all this up to also discuss the combos as well, and how when you're selecting your skills, and sorry, your skill sets rather, your skills are actually going to have different effects as you build out your character. You're going to want to figure out. You totally just said all that, didn't you? I've been focusing on neck rage here. I've been falling dancing. My apologies.
No, that's fine. I haven't actually gone into the details of it. So one of the really cool things about the way the combinations work is that they're not based on the skills themselves. In most cases, in some cases they are, but they're more built upon the status effects on yourself and on the NPCs. So for instance, I'm going to borrow Scapes' mouse here while he's busy typing. The freezing arrow is one of my favorite ones from that sorcery class. It will do additional damage if you've already frozen them, or if they're on fire from, say, I don't know, a fireball. And it'll do additional things depending on what it is you're doing. It can even become instant cast while you're under a special ability from one of the other classes. I'm trying to remember where Freezing Tracks is from now. Or is it? Oh, there it is. Frigid Tracks. So that allows you to go ahead and mix and match your classes. We have other things on other classes that work with your tripped, if you're bleeding, and so they'll work within their own skill set, and they'll also work across the different skill sets. One of my favorites is this drop back, excuse me, and this is one that does actually deal with specific skills. There's not very many of them. But what it does is it makes your flame bolt, your fireball, instant cast, which is fun. All right. So that's sort of the quick rundown of what all of the classes are. We're actually going to show you them in action in a little bit here. For now, though, we're going to go ahead and hop over to our house, and I'm actually going to do something fun here. You're going to go ahead and open up a portal.
Okay.
So go ahead and click on your teleport book.
There's my teleport book.
And under recorded sites,
Yep.
there's our house.
Sure enough.
So go ahead and open up a portal to our house.
World gate coming up.
And again, we're in the protective zone. We are able to open up a world gate, so that makes these zones very nice if you are under attack, because then you can run away. And then you have a world gate that you can run through. Oh, I wanted to run through first so they can see.
Sorry.
But that's okay. So we can both run through the world gate. There we go. And here we are. This is my house. And look, we have guests. And we have a dance party. I love this. This is awesome. The anvil is over by the fireplace.
Anvil by the fireplace, which is behind
the world gate. It will go away in just a moment.
Yeah.
What we're going to do really...
Much better.
There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a weapon. So we had mentioned before that some of the best gear in the game are crafted gears. And the different skills that you have really help you to go ahead and make your character better. So we're going to go ahead and create an axe. Now we are creating the highest end axe. One of the interesting things about these axes is that you have to create the first one and then you level it up and then you improve it and improve it and improve it and keep getting it better and better and better. If you want to click on one of the, not that one of the middle ones.
Sure.
Let's go with one of the middle ones.
Okay.
You'll notice also that there is a weaponry proficiency requirement. So this is one reason to level up your crafting skill, is that you get to make better and better stuff. The other thing, if you want to actually go back, I don't think if you can get off of the anvil and go back.
Yep.
Just hit O.
Yep.
So each of the different skill sets here will tell you will help you create different things. So it really depends on what you want to do. There's a lot of different things to do. Alchemy, standard. It creates dyes. It creates potions. It also will create, if you are high enough level, the item that you need to bring your boat back if it goes boom, which is handy. Those are much higher end items. We've also got carpentry, or cooking, excuse me, is the next one that's on that list. Your standard food. Cooking also allows you to make fishing bait. So if you want to go deep sea fishing, you're going to need to make bait, and that is super useful. There's different kinds of bait too. It's kind of fun.
Oh yeah.
Handicrafts is what you can make. You can make decor, storage chests. I believe this is the one where you make all of the jewelry in here, as well as the crafting stations, like the one that we are using here.
Oh yeah.
I believe that might be in carpentry though.
Might be
It's a long list for handicraft. Husbandry is all about raising animals. And you can go ahead and create some gear, some food, some medicine, stuff that helps your animals and gets better. Farming is primarily making what are called seed bundles. And what this is you bundle up 10 seeds of a specific type, and then you can plant them as one and harvest them as one, and you get the same rewards as far as common rewards as if you had harvested 10 of those actual seeds. One downside for the speed is that you still only get one chance to get a rare because you only harvested once. So if you're looking for rares, don't use bundles. Gardening, again, is the same thing, but this is a different set of seeds. Again, you can create all of the different bundles. I have cotton bundles upstairs that I actually need to harvest.
Oh,
I got distracted with a live stream.
We'll let you get back to that in about a little while.
In a little while. What are we on? Machining. This is where vehicles, siege gear. Open up the siege gear because that one's fun.
Gear, yep. There we are.
There we go.
Trebuchets,
So you can make
scaling
trebuchets and ladders to climb over the walls or break down the walls of your friends' castles. Instruments, different things to go on your ship. You can make cannons, oxygen tanks, all sorts of different things.
Mm-hmm. Gliders as well.
And gliders as well in there.
Yep.
Metalwork, armor. Armor is awesome.
And plate costume too.
And the plate costume. So the costume gear is a plate item that it looks like plate. You put it in your costume slot, so you can wear normal statted gear and it will take that appearance. In fact, I am wearing a costume that you can see here.
There we go.
Go around.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not what my gear actually looks like. It's what I chose to look like. Printing is primarily for paper and for composing.
Yep.
Making books.
That's masonry.
Masonry is some decor, but mostly it's for creating stone, which is used as raw materials for other stuff.
Gunpowder especially.
And gunpowder,
Yep.
which is also handy. Tailoring, cloth armor. Tailoring gear, different kinds of costumes.
Mm-hmm.
You can make t-shirts with tailoring, which is fun.
Actually, do we have that one here? So
Now opening up the cloth costume, I believe it's under.
cloth costume.
Yep, there we go.
Ah,
Different
sure
kinds of
enough.
t-shirts. Long sleeve, short sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
t-shirts. You could talk now.
Okay. You were just doing so well at it.
Yeah.
So obviously we got leatherworking. This is going to focus on the different types of armor in the game. And for instance, you can see currently we have all plate gear on me at the moment, which is actually granting a complete plate set buff. So
Why don't you show them what you actually look like?
Sure, why not? We'll actually take off the costume piece. It actually is the costume piece from the last live stream for those who remember. This is currently what I'm wearing. Now these are all pieces of armor that were actually crafted by me. Or potentially by Firecade, actually.
They were actually crafted by me.
They were actually crafted by Firecade. Okay, I didn't actually craft them.
No.
But as you can see, it's actually all part of a set. And this is just one of the sets of armor that you'll be
That
wearing.
you can create, and this is all crafted gear. He is wearing, I'm actually wearing the same thing under my costume. This is the best basic gear that you can get without actually enchanting it up.
Mm-hmm.
Or critting on your crafting, because I didn't crit on any of my crafting.
And then before we go to weaponry, I guess we can just touch quickly on carpentry and commerce.
Sure.
Carpentry being, again, allowing you to build some of the items of seen actually here in this home. The beds and chairs and tables and such. And then commerce for building those, also important.
Trade packs.
There you go. And we'll actually touch on commerce, I think, in a future live stream.
Yes.
But for now, we're going to focus on weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
And we're actually going to make this axe over here, which is requiring
A bunch of stuff.
actually a bunch of things, yeah.
But it also requires the previous axe.
Right, so it's actually focusing on the axes already made from the Ethereum axe here. But as you can see, we have it in our bag. And all the items are all prepared. So, just Regal Anvil,
Yep.
do some crafting. Okay.
Just quickly, I'll answer some of the questions I've seen. Some of the materials are very, very hard to get. The downside to that is, in most cases, the recipes are already in your recipe box or in your portfolio. So you can actually see what you need to go and get, and then you have to go and get them.
Okay.
Someone also asked if we can actually go ahead and level up all of the crafts. You can level all the crafts up to 10,000, which is the first of 5 tiers. And then you can level 5 of them to the next tier, 4 to the following tier, 3, 2, 1. There is a mechanism in-game for you to go ahead and pay in-game for additional skills, if you want to flip over the proficiency there. And then increase specialization. And you can go ahead and make more. If you want to hover over that item so they can see that it is an in-game item.
Just from the general merchant.
Yep.
Yep.
The evocation points are points that you get while you're crafting things. So you have to do a fair amount of crafting in order to get more crafting. It sort of works.
So
do you have your axe?
We have actually crafted the axe, but because it's a sealed axe, we're actually going to be revealing
That's true.
what it actually has.
That's true. So one of the interesting things about these items is you have the ability to go ahead and crit. So when he opens up the sealed pack, the sealed axe, he could get really, really lucky. Or he could, like maybe, and didn't.
So actually we have the Gale axe here.
There you go.
Yep.
Which one do I have? Open up the right window.
I suppose I should equip it.
Yes, you should. I have the squall axe.
Oh, okay.
So we crafted the same recipe to go ahead and get the 2 different axes. So the stats are actually a little bit different. If you don't like the axe that you got, you get to make another one. You can sell the one that you made, though, so I'm sure somebody else will be very happy to get what you've got.
Yep.
Somebody asked, can you fail while crafting? I haven't yet. I don't think you can. All right. Cool. Well, we're all geared up. Do we want to go ahead and try to kill something?
Yeah, let's go do that.
All right. Let's go ahead. Outside here should be, well, there's a lot of other people. Naked dancing party?
Is it?
Well,
at least one guy.
There's always one.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I heading? There's where I'm heading. So we are actually in one of the housing areas. So there's not a lot of mobs here. Generally, the housing areas are nice and safe.
Mm-hmm.
If you encounter an area that doesn't have any mobs, it's probably a housing area, even if it's not marked on the map. Check it. If you can place... Oh, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
So
Yeah, put your glider on.
Okay, glider's coming on.
I took it off because it was showing.
Oh, right. Sure enough.
Oh, I do want to show them this. Pull up C.
Sure.
And if you hover over you already have the glider, but like one of the weapons, there's these little arrows to the side, and that allows you to go ahead and select what you want to have in that spot. So you don't have to go searching through your inventory to find your glider. You can go ahead and just say, okay, give me the available options for axes.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, my only option at the moment is the civilian longsword to be dual wielded with my very high level Delphinon Gale Axe. Probably not the best option. So.
Ah, dear. Well, you know.
Not to wear it.
Oh, look, we have cows.
We have all sorts
Come on
of
over
people.
here. There's like cows over here and stuff,
all right.
man.
Am I going to be okay out there?
I don't know. There's no
Fair
mobs.
enough.
You're level 50.
There we go.
My cape flaps in the wind. It's really kind of cool.
So am I just following you out there?
Yeah, just keep going.
All right.
See, like everybody else. So this area is one of the neater areas. If you weren't on the stream the last time, the elves have actually followed along with a. This looks really cool.
Actually, not bad at all.
The elves have followed along a race of people that no longer exist, who were dragon hunters. And you can see in here we've got the actual skeleton of the dragon makes up a lot of parts of this zone. You can enchant items. Yes, you can. You can increase the level through enchanting. And yes, you can blow that enchanting. And you can run a risk of downgrading your item if it goes kaboom. So bad things can happen if you push things too far.
Okay.
All right, now there's got to be mobs around here somewhere. I see a Nui statue. That's usually around where mobs are.
Mm-hmm.
There were mobs here. I swear
There
there were mobs here
absolutely
earlier when I looked.
I think they might have taken them out before you got
I
here.
think they might have. All right, we might just do this PvP style. Oh, I guess I should make myself killable. What am I looking for? Control F.
Because there's definitely some PvP going on.
All right, Control F makes you so you can kill anybody.
Is that what I should be doing now?
Control F, man.
This is not going to end well.
That's all right.
Bloodless mode activated. That, of course, means I can... Oof, this is not going to end well.
There we go. I'm not invincible. Yes. So if you turn Bloodless mode on, it means that anyone... you can kill anyone. I'm sorry, it's the reverse of the way that I'm used to PvP. It's really kind of cool. Because it means that that guy who's standing next to you may or may not actually decide to kill you. Which makes it really interesting.
I'm trying to look for the weakest one here.
We've got
it's
a
not
bard.
really working. Oh yeah, we got a variety of different classes. Actually, it's a good demonstration of the different class combinations available here. Including someone who's doing shadow play, as you saw. Someone's decided to fight
That's
me.
me.
Is that you? Oh, you've decided to fight me, which is unfortunate because actually I can't attack you.
Well, Control F.
I'm already controlled F.
How can you not attack me?
I think because you may have GM powers.
Oh,
So
sorry.
it's probably not
I
gonna
thought I
work
turned them
out.
off. Next time I'll come on with a play character.
All
I'll stop
right.
attacking you now.
Let's see who's low here.
Somebody attack Scapes.
All right, here we go. So actually, I'm going to demonstrate how the synergies work here. If you notice, what I just did there was a this drop back here, and I'm getting bubbled. Looks like I made some other friends here. So what I did was I dropped back, which actually allows me to use a flame bolt ability with no cooldown, sorry, with no cast time, where normally it has a short cast time. So essentially, like we were mentioning, if you build up, oh man, got all sorts of friends making up. This is not going to end well.
That's all right. I've got revive. And you're right next to Nui.
We
You're
got
fine.
heals. So, but basically, just as a small example of that,
Piling on you, man.
wow. So this is actually on our alpha server, in case you didn't pick up on that. But what we're trying to say is basically that dropback allows you to get that instant cast for the flame bolt. You have these synergies across pretty much all the skill sets. Sorry, all the skills in the skill sets.
Yep.
So.
Oh, you're just gonna have to revive.
Okay, I'll just have to revive.
You're
Good
right
thing
next
there's a
to
temple
Nui.
right there. Well, either way, oh, I am not where you are. Do you want to summon me?
Oh, you're not?
Nope.
Oh, you know what? So in the PvP zones, there are actually different revive points for the different factions. And so we must be by the other one. I love this fact someone has planted trees. Isn't that cool? Oh, wait, we have a
Just
dance
now.
party.
Yep, so...
And we have more folks.
So I'm actually going to sneak over to Glorious Nui over here and enjoy that nice little Aegis so I can watch what's going on. Because actually, I think we're almost at the Q&A session.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah,
All right.
that's handy.
Great. I'm going to start off with the one question that I have seen more than anything else. Founders packs. Soon. I promise you will not have to wait very long.
Like,
That's all I can say.
Like, at all. But, yeah. I'm not going to say more. So actually, if you want to scroll through, we can control the questions a bit better. There we go.
All right, there we go. And see, there's the Founders Pack question like 3 times.
Sure. So actually, another one is the question about how to enter the alpha. And basically, just to kind of get this one out there, we're actually going to be putting up a proper thread detailing it a bit more on the forums. Basically, each week we're going to be adding a very small number of a variety of community members. These community members are going to range from fan site operators, live streamers, but also folks who have just signed up through the beta. It's not going to be a large number of people, but the goal is to make sure we have enough folks on the alpha so we have sufficient people to properly test our systems, make sure that everything's hooked up properly, and of course, give us feedback on how things are going.
Yep. So that should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Somebody was asked where I had a question that I wanted to answer. If you can learn all class specializations on your main character, is there any reason for people to create alts? If you want a character on the other faction, you'll need to create an alt. That's about it. It's completely up to you. If you have altitis and you want to have multiple personalities, you can actually have multiple alts.
Absolutely.
It's up to you on what you want to do. But for crafting, it's not like in other games where you need to have multiple characters to be able to do all of the crafting. Or even all of the skill sets, because you can change them out depending on what you want to do that day.
Very true. Just one other note on the people asking about Alpha. We also did just start our first contest, first ever. We're really excited about it. And we already have folks asking about other types of contests we'll be doing. But for right now, we do have a caption contest. You can actually find it just over at the ArcheAge website or in the news announcements section on the forums. There have been a lot of entries, but we're definitely eager to see what you have to offer for actually the screenshot based off of this live stream.
It's really fun to watch too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got questions about housing. So we are going to require Patron, which is basically a premium service for folks to have housing. You can buy Patron either in with real money, or we are intend to make sure that we can allow it in-game. We are working through that. I don't have an exact ETA on when that will be in, but it is in progress. If you lose your patron status for a couple of days, your house will not despawn. You actually have 2 weeks before your house will go anywhere. So you can go on vacation for a week or two and not have to worry about it.
Forgive me, I just noticed that the one of the combat pets is actually named after me. It's very sweet, set around. Actually, I think that's Vile Mouse, one of our first alpha testers, in fact. That's very sweet.
Do you have to level up with a quest? No, you do not. We actually have someone playing in our alpha who, I think he stopped questing at level 6. He was done. And he has been exploring and killing and crafting and leveling up quite well that way. One of our very early alpha testers leveled up completely by crafting. He said the only time he killed anything was because they were attacking him or they were between him and a mining node. So nothing there.
No.
We are not going to do underwater farming today, but don't worry, we will show it off because it's really kind of cool.
I actually want to tackle the one about music composition.
Yep.
Since that's actually one of the excuse me, one of the proficiencies as well. Oop, there we go. We've actually, one of my favorite things to do when I was first learning actually about ArcheAge was seeing the compositions people had made in Korea. There are really, really complex ones of everything from, you know, Frere Jacques to I think somebody made Gangnam Style. And I've seen even most recently the Game of Thrones theme, which I was hoping to make myself, but somebody beat me to it. But what's great is that actually as you get more and more proficient at the composition proficiency, the more complex compositions you'll be able to play. So you can write a very complex composition, but if you're not really good at it, if you don't have enough proficiency, it won't play well. So
yeah,
nice little touch.
It's really kind of cool. You want to start with some of the simple things and then move up from there. Yeah. And by the way, these are created in text files, in text form for the composition. So it is something that you can put into a text file or put on a forum and share with your fellow players. Someone was asking about how many costume slots are there. If you want to pull up your character. Absolutely. So there is one costume slot.
Yeah, I'm going to get it facing away from the crowd.
Good luck.
I'm not going to go outside the little safety
You're outside of the safety zone. No, there you are. You're still okay. So there is one costume slot, but there is also the ability to turn any piece of gear into an appearance piece of gear. So you can take the armor that Scapes is wearing, turn it into an appearance set of armor, and apply different stats to it, and then wear those. So one of our alpha players looks like he's wearing plate, but he's actually wearing cloth. He's a caster. Cloth gives you some benefits if you're a caster, and he likes people not knowing he's a caster.
Sneaky like that.
Yes, indeed. Is crafting still random? There is a random level in crafting, yes. A random aspect to crafting.
An element to it, yeah.
Cutting down trees. Yes, you can. I'm not really sure what the question was there.
That's an easy question.
You can cut down trees. EU beta date, the same time as North America. We're going to be launching beta in North America, Europe, and Oceania all together. It will be in English only for the first few beta events, and then we'll be adding in French and German. But the way that we're adding them in means that you get to keep your characters and everything that you have done. They will just now be in French or German, as you wish. How many mounts can you have? As many as you have inventory or bank spaces to put. You can get them all. When they be beta ready? Beta soon.
Well, yeah.
Soon.
While you find another good one, just to explain, in case there are other questions about this, you may notice that there are some party lights going on. This is what happens when I think it's 5 or more are using the same dance or dancing in unison, or
they have to dance in unison.
They have to dance in unison. So then you get these lovely lights, and that's what is causing that. Not a special ability, not a spell, but you do have the Oran Thrall down here rocking it out and causing a little party.
Nice. Someone asked a question about, will skill play into how much damage a crafted weapon will do? Not directly, but what skill does play into is it increases your ability to crit on that particular crafted item. So you have a better chance of getting better gear if you level up the skill.
For how many people in the alpha? Simple answer, hundreds. Community members, all.
Recipes are generally learned by opening your folio. They're generally there. The chase and the challenge is in getting the resources, not in getting the recipes. There's some things you will buy, like schematics for gliders or boats or houses, but generally recipes will be already available to you. What's our official statement about the viability of just dancing? You can do it. You won't level very much.
But you might get pretty lights if you encourage other people to join you, so
yes.
There's that.
Indeed. Can you have a costume for your weapon slot? No.
Let's see, are class combos to be discovered, or will they be displayed? Actually, I think we're about to do a big article about class combos, as early as tomorrow?
Well, we're going to talk about what combos are. We are not going to suggest combos, because really there's lots and lots and lots and lots of them. So we have some theory crafting sections, both in the alpha and in the pre-beta sections of the forums. So share your ideas. Please, because I need some help building my class.
Seeing a good question actually about PvP and whether people drop their gear. The answer is no. This is not a full drop title, so don't have to worry about that.
If you are carrying a trade pack, you will drop that, though.
That is true. And you don't have to worry about that.
Yes, because those things take a long time to create.
Real glad I wasn't carrying a trade pack.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have been mauled. And then there would have been fight over the trade pack.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Yeah. Someone's talking about the differences in swords and axes, bonuses. So the different weapons have different stats on them. It depends on what you want to do. The same goes for the different kinds of armor. Anyone can wear any armor, and it is up to you on what you want to do. Heavy armor gives you more protection. Cloth armor gives you less protection, but more things like spirit and intelligence. And you actually cost a little bit faster. So it depends on what you want to do.
That's a really good question. Someone just asked about how language is going to operate between races who have both decided to become pirates. Answer is I don't know. And that's something for us to definitely just
I'm going to have to double check
That's
on that.
a really good question, actually.
I know you can learn another race's language, but I'm not sure how it works for pirates.
Voice over IP? No.
Yeah. You cannot have a vendor NPC to put in your house, unfortunately. That is not in the game. You can happily post things on the forums to let people know what you have, or have samples around your house.
You can also summon, I believe, temporary mailboxes to your assistants as well.
Well, alpha characters have their characters reset when they're out of alpha. Our alpha servers will probably turn into our test servers, and I'm not willing to guarantee there's a wipe or not, probably. There will be definitely a wipe on the live servers before we start. So you get to start over fresh. And I will say this here, because I know it's going to come up in the Founders Pack, and hey, it's Founders Pack stuff. If you buy a Founders Pack and you get stuff in the Founders Pack, I'm not telling you what, then as we roll it out onto Alpha, you'll get them on Alpha. After we wipe, you will get them again on Live. So whatever you buy, you will start with when you start Live.
That's a good one to preempt.
Like, I know people are going to ask, because I don't want to buy stuff now, to have it go away and I can't use it again.
Yeah. To the folks who are asking about single servers and multiple servers, it will be multiple servers. Small number to begin, but yeah.
These servers, actually, I'm amazed at how many people can fit on one of these servers.
We were talking about it earlier, yeah.
There's a lot. It's kind of cool. Our class names are not the same as the Korean version. That is accurate. We are going to be releasing the modified class list soon. You do not need to document them. Just wait a day or two. Really, it won't be that long. I know, soon. I'm sorry. I can't always say dates. When I can, trust me, I will be telling you dates.
We'll make it very loud and announce it on all of our channels.
Yes.
Not a problem.
Oh, here's one. Can you mass teleport another player or guild to an area? I love the ship.
Yes. I was going to let you finish, but...
Sorry, the ship is rather distracting. So you can't exactly, but yes, you can, as far as the mass teleport. You can open up a world gate, like Scapes did earlier, and then anyone can jump through that. You have to actually physically jump your character to get through the world gate, so it stops people from accidentally jumping through it who don't want to. And so your entire guild or party can go ahead and jump through the gate behind you. You can breed Yattas. Yes, breeding will be in. We have somebody on Alpha trying to breed Yattas and was celebrating because he got a second male. He still doesn't have any babies.
I remember hearing that day by day, whether he's going to actually have any progeny from that Yatta.
And we keep getting updates, but so far no baby Yattas. Crafting skills and your level connected. No. So yes, you can be an amazing level 1 blacksmith, sort of. You gain XP for crafting and harvesting, so it's going to be very, very hard to stay level 1 and be an amazing blacksmith.
To the person who's actually asking which skill set provides res, that'd be Vitalism is the one that provides res.
Yep.
I'm very impressed with how they got these boats here.
I'm not sure. Yes, we have party boats on the land. That's great. We have party boats. Are we going to add more mounts and boats and customization? As we can incorporate it into our pack, we will be adding those things. Expect us to lag a little bit behind Korea. They have to create the items, make sure they all work, and then integrate them into our build. So it won't be day and date. But our plan is to stay as current as possible. Wait, we've already asked the leveling up with quests. We haven't determined exactly how many alts you can have per account, so I can't give you a final number. Sorry. Let's see, how many scarecrows can one player have? 2. You can have a scarecrow garden and a scarecrow farm.
Let's see, and to the folks who, or to the one person at least who's having the login problem on the Trion website, as long as you hit up our support team, they'd be glad to help you out. And I think it's just support.trionworlds.com.
Yep.
So they will make everything right.
Can you have a guild with all 4 races? Guilds are faction locked, so at least for now, you have to have a guild with just the races on your faction. Character wipes are only planned for the end of Alpha and Beta. Oh, one thing quickly I just want to make sure that folks understand is Alpha is going to run through Open Beta, so it's going to run all the way through Open Beta. The servers will be down when we have beta events, so everybody can go play on beta. And if you are in Alpha, you will automatically have access to beta. So let's see, I'm scanning through here very quickly while we are being entertained by this beautiful light show.
Yeah.
Are there vehicles you can craft with the mechanic skill line? I believe that's where the cars are. I know you can craft cars.
Let's actually pull up the folio. Machining or there we go, vehicles.
Yeah, vehicles. So yes,
The Nova
and there were
Speeder
cars.
is a good example.
The cars are really cool.
Yep.
Could make one a pirate. I'm not sure what that is. We're going to be announcing how Patreon works in the future, so we're still working out details, so I'm not going to say stuff now and then have to change it later. How many people are signed up for beta? Lots. More than we thought, actually. I'm really, really impressed. It's amazing. It's very, very cool. Yes, there will be a limit to alts. We haven't determined the exact number.
I think I mentioned that.
Yep. Limit to the number of ships and pets you can have. Again, it is limited by inventory space. You can have them all if you want.
I believe there's a way to. Somebody asked about helmets. I'm pretty sure there's a way to actually turn them off visually.
Yes, so you can hide helmets in the options. Some of the costumes, though, come with helmets, and because those are one unit, for instance, the costume that I'm wearing, I cannot turn off my helmet because it's part of the costume.
There's one other feature I just wanted to show.
Which one do you want to show?
Is it game info?
I'm
Or
not
you
sure
can
what you're
actually
looking
change.
for.
There we go. You can also set your back display priority, just for folks who are curious about visual. So, for instance, focusing either your weapons, your shields, cloaks, or gliders. So you can definitely make your character look the way that you like.
Can you attack players even if they're on your own faction? Yes, you can.
Oh.
Control F, and you can attack anyone you want.
Did you not see what happened to me earlier?
A lot of those guys were on his faction. Yes. Let's see. Is there a barber shop? Yes.
When will ArcheAge come out? This year. ArcheAge is coming to the West in 2014.
As soon as I can. I
Yeah,
can't wait. I can't wait till we can make this live.
Just as eager as you are to have you guys playing.
There are no shared banks. So the only concept of shared bank is in your houses. You can put chests in your house, up to 2 per house, and you can share those chests with everyone that you give permission. They can be the same people that are sharing your house or not. It's up to you. I think we are about out of time. Yep.
Yeah. However, there's one other thing we can do.
Oh, there is indeed. All right. Folks were asking for it at the beginning, and we will go ahead and maybe give out a couple of beta keys.
Alpha.
Alpha keys.
Close.
Sorry. I've been talking about beta. I've been seeing questions about beta. Alpha keys.
It's understandable. So, let's see. We're actually going to do this since our normal random user selection tool fancy thing is broken still. We're actually going to do this a little differently. We're basically going to I'm going to have.
Actually, why don't we do this? Since I have the chat over here.
Oh, I'm going to pick the numbers.
You pick the numbers.
Okay. You may want to scroll away from that part because it's getting a little crazy. Basically, what we're just going to do is pick out a timestamp. We've been following you guys in chat, and I'm just going to pick out 3 timestamps, and the person who is closest to, not above.
And these are timestamps on our computer,
yes,
so
right.
it might be slightly different from yours.
Yeah. But, okay, so from 1600 to about
From 1600 to, say, 1650.
Okay. Let's do 1627.14 for the first one.
Okay.
Let's do 1635.
Okay.
And then finally, 1642.
All right, then. So here we go. 1642, since I'm already at the bottom.
Yeah. Didn't even double those numbers. That was kind of random.
You did it twice.
My
too.
brain's tired. Must be all that getting beat up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You're working pretty hard. We've got a contest going on. We've got.
Oh, I just went in the game getting beat up. You know, all those people beating on me while I was bubbled.
While you were bubbled.
Mm-hmm.
And 1642, Flame Spewer.
Congratulations. And basically, we'll reach out to you via Twitch, get your Trion account, email address, and all that fun stuff.
And then 35. What is it with the doubling of numbers?
I thought it was being creative. I'm like, oh, I'm going to pick 4 great numbers.
And I do apologize for this, guys. I'm really hoping that our random number generator gets fixed soon.
The author of the app says he's working on it. So,
Vanathor is the second one.
congrats, Vanathor.
So congratulations. And then the last alpha key goes out to, well, these are not keys. These are actual invites. 2714. Zoom. All right, you need to pick another number because apparently our chat stops at 1630.
Oh, no. Okay, I'll pick another number. Let's see. Let's do 1641, 12.
1641, 12. He's going to make me go all the way down again?
Yeah, you know. I mean like that.
1641, 12. Presha 82.
There we go.
And if I bastardize your name, I'm really, really sorry. All right, so congratulations to the lucky winners. You will be getting your alpha invites. If you want to go ahead and hit Scapes with your Trion, for either your Trion forum name for ArcheAge or your Trion account, that will be fantastic and save us some time. Otherwise, we will reach out to you and get that from you. Sweet. All right, I think that's it then.
I think so. Well, thanks you guys for joining us. Again, we're going to have more of these series, more Exploring ArcheAge moving forward. We'll announce in an advance course. Until then, again, we're going to have a lot more live streamers showing off on Twitch. So be sure if you want more ArcheAge, I believe we've got Tally and a couple others actually currently live streaming.
Tons of folks live
I'm sure a couple of you actually have it, probably just another window as well.
I think Tally might be streaming right now. But yes, so if you want more ArcheAge, keep an eye on that Twitch browse page. We tend to pop up on there, and it's a lot of fun watching the guys play alpha and learn about the game from someone who's not working on it.
Alrighty.
Cool?
Yep.
Thanks, guys.